If you're an artist and you sharpen a pencil like this, you're doing it all wrong. In fact, this might be the reason for why you can control your markings and your drawing just looks awful. In the past few years of working as an artist, I've gained enough experience with working with pencils, and I think sharpening your pencil the right way is one of the best things you can do for you, especially if you're starting out. And so, in this video, I'm gonna show you how to sharpen your pencil the right way. But that's not all. I'm also gonna give you some tricks on how to get the finest tip for your pencil. Part 1. The tools. If you want your art to be better, you're gonna make sure your tools are better. This comes from a quote of 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗥𝗡 where he said, if you give me 8 hours to cut a tree, I will spend 6 hours sharpening the axe and 2 hours chopping the tree. Speaking of the tools, it's the better time to start the process. Now, imagine this. You are drawing and you're so deep into the creative state, you can't even remember your name, and then this happens. Your pencil breaks, and then you're presented with these two things, a sharpener and a cutter, and you only have to pick one and not the other way around. What would you pick? Sharpener, right? I'm afraid you're wrong. Or not. You see, there's nothing wrong with any of these. Both are fine, but it depends on your needs. So if you're going for more traditional and classical style, then you're actually gonna need to go with the cutter. By that case, this is what we're gonna use today. Because of one of these two reasons, or both. 1. Sharpening your pencil with the cutter is way faster compared to a normal sharpener. And if you don't think that is true to you, then think about this. 2. A cutter gives you more control of how sharp, long or thick you want your pencil to be, so it becomes more precise and consistent. Apart from the cutter, we will also need a sandpaper. However long, short or wide you might get, don't stress too much, just sandpaper. We're also gonna need a normal printer paper and whatever rough textured paper you can spare, and of course you're gonna need a pencil, any medium, graphite or charcoal or colored pencil, whatever, doesn't really matter. Now that we know what tools you're gonna use and why, let's head on to part 2, holding. If you want your pencil to be sharpened the right way, then you need to know how to hold your pencil the right way when sharpening. Trust me, sharpening your pencil with the cutter is nothing like sharpening your pencil with a sharpener. Two totally different things. And that's why when sharpening with a sharpener, you just hold it however you want. Anyways, this is how to hold your pencil the right way when sharpening with a cutter. There are 2 ways to do this. First, I like to call it the front hand grip, and the second one, the back hand grip. Keep in mind, while they sound so tacky, it's nothing like it. Or is it? So here's how they come along. The front end grip. Hold your pencil on the back while the tip side stays at the front, protruding away from you at the front. Hence the name. While the back end grip is pretty much self-explanatory. You hold your pencil opposite way and your hand holds the back of the pencil and the tip side is facing backward towards you. Hence the name. You can hold however you want and whatever that feels comfortable to you, but here are a few things to consider though. Steadiness. You want to hold it not so tightly and not so lightly, and at an angle that will make the pencil to be steady on your hand. Also keep it steady enough for the cutter to not overpower you and cause disaster. Now speaking of disasters, you should consider safety. You better choose wisely how you want to hold your pencil while sharpening, and also hold it tight enough so it does not trip over and slice. I recommend the front end grip because that's where you'll be cutting the woods away from you rather than towards you with the back end grip. Remember, safety always comes first. Also, another thing to consider when holding your pencil for sharpening is to figure out how you're gonna rotate your pencil for even sharpening. This can either be clockwise or counterclockwise, doesn't really matter. You just want to be rotating it after a few cuts to ensure even sharpening. Part 3. Sharpening. Before starting the actual sharpening process, you need to decide what length you want your tip to be. Let's say 3 to 5 centimeters is a good spot. If you're an inch guy, then 1 to 1.5 inch will be fine. You can go more longer than that, but over sharpening may cause it to break. It may be easy for you to get caught up and try to make the longest possible tip, but that comes with a drawback. Unless you're shooting a TikTok for the longest pencil on earth, you shouldn't be doing that in the first place. So I'll give you common sense advice now. Avoid over sharpening to prevent it from breaking, or else don't blame it. Choose your holding grip. We've talked about this already. I love the front end grip because it is more comfortable to me and it's also safe. So here's how to do it. Put the pencil between your fingers and palm, then clench your fingers and then turning it up with your thumb on top of that. If you're a lefty, just do the opposite. And remember those 3 things we talked earlier? Keep it steady, show your safety, don't mindlessly come near your fingers, and allow room for rotation. For the actual sharpening, it is simple and easy. Just scrub through, starting from the point you choose for your desired tip length, and cut it through from the top to the bottom until the tip shows itself, and you have to rotate the pencil from time to time after each cut just to make sure you are sharpening it evenly. Also, you want to be scratching the tip gently with the edge of the cutter for the fine point on the end of the tip. Okay buddy, now you know how to sharpen the pencil the right way, but I'm afraid there's actually more in learning how to draw. So if you're an absolute beginner and you're struggling with your art and you really want to improve your drawing and painting skills in 2024, this is for you. You know, I've had support from my dad, who was my art mentor and still is, and that's why I was able to draw and improve fast. Now with over 7 years of experience in drawing and painting, I want to give it back to you. I offer an intensive mentorship program that I like to call the Realism Mastery Blueprint, designed to help you to be able to draw and paint in realism by mastering the fundamentals in 12 weeks. This is a one-on-one program via Zoom. I'll take you by the hand until you get good at drawing, giving you literally everything you'll ever want to improve fast. On top of that, you'll have a direct access from me with unlimited text, voice and video messaging for feedback sessions, critique sessions, and handful of resources. I once was in your shoes and I know how it feels like drawing things and they come out weirdly, weird faces, weird boxes, and gravity earrings and many other things, and that's why I want to help. So if you're interested and you'd love to work with me, and you need to click the link in the description to book a call with me. But the program is limited to serious artists only who really want to see improvements in their art. And the spots are extremely limited at the moment, so don't miss out. Remember I told you there was more to it? Now is the time for me to share my other methods I use for freshly fine tips. These are not groundbreaking techniques. They are nothing new, nothing you've never heard about. Just some common sense. Man, common sense is so rare nowadays, don't you think? So the first way I use to make a pencil tip sharp is the use of a sandpaper. Who said sandpapers are for words only? After you sharpened and then scratched your pencil tip and you're still not satisfied with it, then grab a sandpaper and sand it, man. Another way to do it is by using a paper with rough edges and textures. Take it through and this will give it extra refined. Also, a great way to do this is while working. You should have a rough textured paper aside and use it to make it sharp again. Your pencil loses its sharpness as you work. I did that sometimes when I was doing a wildlife animal series. It came quite handy, it worked for me, it's made for you, take it or leave it. 3. The use of a normal plain and paper. Okay, just take a plain and paper and scratch the pencil through and rotating it and do it again. This is because when drawing, the pencil is left on paper, and so if you scrub it at an edge, it becomes sharper, so use that to your advantage. Do this multiple times and you have a smoother tip than ever. Have a side sheet to just scrub through or even testing your values, because this will help your pencil tip to be smooth. Either way, it's a win-win situation. You get to test your values and smooth out your pencil. I tried it sometimes, just try and see for yourself. So if you're interested and you'd love to work with me, and you need to click the link in the description to book a call with me.